Shovel action at Belmont Park. There's the other shovel. That shovel has been resting for quite a while. This shovel is moving. Now it's reaching. It has a huge clump of dirt. Huge. It's depositing the dirt on that mountain of that other pile of dirt. I don't want to say mountain. Reaching, digging, extending. The shovel. Reaching, grabbing, collecting, lifting, and then depositing. This is construction going on at Belmont Park, July 3rd, 2023. Call me whenever you want. Call whenever you want. The water trucks. Watering the track. Busy. Got to take care of the track. Make sure it's suitable for the horses and jockeys. Lifting. Extending, lifting. Look how nicely and efficiently the shovel operates. This is a testimony to the skill of the operator inside the operation booth. There's the other shovel resting. There's some people, probably architects, engineers, surveying the site. Oh. The shovel! Working hard. Mini bulldozer. A bulldozerette. Or maybe that sounded a little bit too sexist. Or gender specific. We should be gender neutral, I guess, when possible, when feasible. But let's face it, dear friends, is it hard to be truly gender neutral when nature itself is divided along gender lines? How can one be gender neutral when gender is part of the biological process? Can somebody please explain that to me, dear friends? if you're listening or watching this video, could you please explain to me how we could be gender neutral in a nature that is anything but gender neutral? After all, we do reproduce through a sexual process. Is that not correct? And is that not how nature meant it to be, so that life can go on, can reproduce itself, can change as the environment changes, to adapt to changing conditions? Is that not the case? I ask you, dear video watcher, did you not have a pappy and a mammy? Or a father and a mother? Or a pater and a mater? Or a fati and a muti? Did you not? Did you not? Mother, father, child. Is that not the way of nature? Muti, fati, kinder. So be it. It's too bad when politics gets injected into nature and natural processes and the study of natural processes. It's just too bad. But I guess that's the nature of human beings, to be political. Somebody always wants to be in charge. And how do you become in charge? You got to get other people to support your position. And how do you support your position? You have to play politics so as to gain their support. It doesn't happen, automatically. That means you have to gain control of the means of disseminating, the means by which ideas are disseminated, which is the media. The media could take just about any form. It could be shouting, printed material, movies, news, sitcoms, pamphlets, books, anything. Wow, that's a long extension. Anything. Is that not the case? Like, if you have an idea or if you want to take charge of something, you need to gain the support of other people. You can't, very few people can work in a vacuum. In fact, nobody can work in a vacuum. And in order to get something done, you got to elicit and gain the support of other people. That's called politics, especially if somebody else is trying to appeal for support from the same group that you're trying to get support from. So that's the way it is. Whoa, that was a big extension. Now, it may seem somewhat passe, the concept of male, female, gender roles, gender this, gender that. In today's society that is trying to emphasize gender equality. But for those who are pushing the concept of gender equality, they need to really differentiate between equality and quality. You know, both male and female should be treated equally according to the law. That's equality. But should male and female be equated with each other? That's, I think, the crux of the issue here. Equal opportunity does not mean sameness. Equal opportunity means exactly what it means, equal opportunity. The words speak for themselves. However, equality does not mean sameness. We're not all the same. People are different. People are individuals. People are in different groups. They organize themselves differently. There are different cultures. There are different languages. There are different religions. There's different everything. You could have a couple living together under the same roof. One is of one religion, one is of another religion. And as well as a different gender, different ages, different races, different nationalities, and they're living under the same roof. Now, legally, all people should be treated equally according to the law and should be treated equally under the law. There should be no outlaws. Nobody should be lying outside of the law. Nobody should be exiled outside of the law. Nobody should be made to feel that they are excluded. Everybody should be included, but with the understanding that inclusion does not mean sameness. You might be, oh wait, the other, oh boy, now we're cooking here. Look at this. Now we're cooking. Shovel number 2 is now back at work. This is not fun. This is fantastic watching this. This is wonderful. 2 dump truck action. Not one, two. 2 dump trucks. Wow. See that dump, that shovel number 1, the 2 dump truck shovel. It looks like a larger shovel than now a friend that's a little bit closer to us. But then again, maybe they're not. Maybe they're the same size. They just a little, though. Man, I think the 2 dumpster uh, shovel is somewhat bigger, but their mouths look to be the same size. No, actually, I think the mouth of the 2 dumpster shovel that we're looking at now is a little bit larger. Wow, this is exciting. This is better than watching the horse races. Don't tell that to the authorities of the racing association. All that I said that, okay? If you're okay, but if you tell them, but tell them nicely. I didn't mean anything by it. Wow, 2 dump truck action. Wow. Well, but getting back to what I was saying before about the issue of gender and nature, nature set things up so that there'd be gender differences. Male, female, attract, combine, produce offspring. Now, how a culture works that out is up to each individual culture. Like in some cultures, they have clothing differences that differentiate. The lady wears a certain kind of clothing. The man's, I mean, the female wears certain kind of clothing. The male wears certain other clothing. Or there may be other, cultural differentiations, like in language, where your articles are male, female, and neutral. A lot of languages, especially the Romance languages, are very heavily uh, genderized. You got German with the D and the der, and Spanish with the la and the L. So that's just too. See, English is much more gender neutral than most European languages. Except, in fact, all European languages. I'm not sure about Russian though. I'm not sure how gender neutral Russian is, and of course Chinese. I don't know at all. So somebody have to ask somebody who is fluent in Chinese about that. But I'd be curious to find out what a gender neutral advocate would say if asked, well, how did you come into this world? I mean, what were you? How did you? Why are you here now? Did you not have a pappy and a mammy? Did you not have a father and a mother, etc., so on and so forth? Or do you think like the a stork just dropped you, through the chimney, and there you are? Yeah, boy, they're extending and stretching and reaching. My dear friends, it's good that I can communicate with you all. I hope you're listening to my words. Hope you take it in the spirit with which they are delivered. My dear, 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 dear friends. See, here's other sections of the construction site. Let me pan out like this. See how big it is. Yeah, the infield at Belmont Park is immense. This infield must be about maybe 300 acres, maybe. Just empty nothing, which is now being developed. According to my understanding of certain reports, the state of New York is going to be financing the reconstruction of Belmont Park. In its entirety, meaning everything is going to be torn down and rebuilt. This is this is not authoritative, okay? This is merely my understanding based upon rumor, innuendo, and bits and pieces of stuff I may have read in you know um, in online. The state is not the state is loaning, I believe, the New York Racing Association $440 million. So this is not a grant. The taxpayers won't be paying for this. It's gonna be money that's gonna be meant to be paid back. Now, these stands are over 60 years old. and they were built when horse racing attracted a much larger crowd. Now, horse racing still attracts a large crowd, but the crowd is now online, and there's simply no use for having a stands here that can hold 50, 60,000 people easily, and probably another 100,000, under the stands and standing room. I mean, unless somebody has some ideas for how to better use how to utilize the space, and so then maybe the stands wouldn't be torn down, but would be renovated, preserved, which I personally would prefer. Double, double shovel action. Wow, double shovel action. Okay, 2 minutes to race three. I got to take care of that now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the vid. Talk to you later. Bye.